So I'd like to talk a little bit about during my awakening, and I was having a Kundalini experience, and I was basically all over the place, and I didn't even know I was having a Kundalini experience, and I kept receiving information and all sorts of things. I was actually in work. I had to work quite a lot. I never quit work while this was all going on. And there was moments in it where I was literally thinking I was losing my mind. I couldn't gather myself together. I had to text my missus. I'm like, I'm going to have to quit my job. I don't know what's going on. I keep receiving this information. Everything's coming to me so fast. And this is why I started doing what I'm doing now, is because I knew that like it was going to be part of my path, and it was something that I wanted to do, was share who I am and try and help people out in life, and maybe give them a bit of my bliss and a bit of the love that I found in my life and the love for myself that I had. And everything came together during this process. But one of the biggest things that was tested for me was my faith, and that was my faith in God and my faith in awareness and source, because I really didn't know what was going on and what was actually happening to me at the time, you know. So like my trust, my faith was just being tested so much, and there was times when I really didn't know like what I was going to do, and I had no idea where I was going. Like everything was removed like from me, like what everything I thought I was going to do. You know, I wanted to be a chess player long ago, and like life kind of removed that, like circumstances and whatnot. My chess teacher died, etc. Then I wanted to be a gamer. This was during this time, like, because I was getting very good at it, and I wanted to start becoming a professional gamer. I thought, oh, I can earn a living at this. This is something that I'm really getting quite good at. I had like a circle of friends, and everything started to go really well. And then during this awakening, just before, everything crumbled, literally. Like you just couldn't swear. I was getting problems with my equipment, getting problems with my controller, getting problems with the internet. It was just one thing after another, until I got to the point where I was like, actually, life is literally telling me that this is not for me. So this is where I just dropped everything, and I went and like just sat in the garden and in nature a lot, because I just didn't know what else to do really. Like everything was removed, but I kind of had this faith and this knowing that everything was all right, and that God was doing it, and it was life, God showing me the best teacher you can get, that, you know, these things I was doing was just not for me. So yeah, that was just a wonderful experience. And then obviously I started having this Kundalini awakening, and then all my habits started falling away. Like I stopped smoking everything basically, like even cigarettes. And I haven't spoke about this because everything else was falling away so naturally with me, and I just wanted to see whether or not it was like I was actually at that much peace, and that, like I you know, what I thought it was God being touched by grace, God, that it was actually true. And I thought to myself, well, you know, if this is actually true, and this is actually happening to me, and I am actually being touched by God's grace, then I should just be able to drop cigarettes, right? And I did. Yeah, I just dropped cigarettes, and this was at the time that I dropped smoking weed and everything else, and even coffee. I was a big coffee drinker at one point as well, which I know wasn't too good for me, so I stopped that. And I didn't even have any come down, didn't have any turk, I didn't have any problems, I didn't have any withdrawals, nothing. It was like completely, like God had just completely removed everything from me, source awareness, whatever you wanted to call it. And like I was in complete bliss in the garden. So yeah, this is the whole point of this video, and like what I'm doing here is to tell people, like, you need to have faith in yourself and faith in God, and not always know what you're doing and where you're going. Like, that's the big problem, one of the biggest problems that I think human beings and people have in life, and is that they always need to know where they're going, and they interfere a lot of the times with their own ideas, when God's got source and awareness has got such a plan for you, you know. And until you find that awareness, Christ consciousness, God's source inside of you, you're really just going to get in the way. So, you know, now, like, I know my path because I am that which I was seeking, you know, and I became. Yes, during this awakening, and like now, I would say that I've actually connected to many people all around the world, and in many different systems. And I've found that, like, to be honest, like, I've been shocked. There's so many good, loving people out there, you know, that are like really got a good heart, and they just believe in different things, and they're into different things, but at the same time, they all have like this serenity and love about them, and they're all really kind, and they all like, you know, really helpful. And I've connected with many people from like many different paths and into many different things, and I think this is the part of like why this awakening is happening. It's worldwide, and it's happening no matter what system you're in. I've done a video about this, so if you're interested, go and have a look. It'll be on my channel. So everything in this video is from personal experience and for entertainment purposes only.